Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another command which we can use in order to list down all the objects related to journal receiver. Now assume a scenario where you are working for a client and client asks you to provide all the list of receivers which is present in a particular library. So we have multiple ways to fetch the details. Like first one is the work obj. Through it you can easily identify like which what all journals are there in your library, right, using work obj command. Then we have SQL query. With the help of SQL query itself, like you can fetch all the detail. We have already discussed these two way, right? But apart from this we have one more thing, which is DSPOBJD. If you remember, in last session also we discussed the same command but for journal. This time we are going to use it for journal receiver. Okay, and why we are learning it separately? Because in last session we discussed about only few type of detail that we can fetch through DSP OBJD command, but in this session we will cover other details as well, detail type. Okay, so let's discuss. First of all, the command is DSP OBJD, where DSP is display, OBJ is object, and D is description. Here you can take F4. After taking F4, it will provide you this screen, and if you would like to learn more about this command, you can take F1 here and read it. Here you will find the definition, restrictions, examples, and error escape messages. Okay, so you can check this out. Apart from this, we are supposed to provide the object, like what type of object, or what, let's say if you want to fetch the information for a specific object, then you can put the object name. But in our case, we are going to fetch the details for all the objects. So I just put it all in library Sharmit1 for object type star JRNRCV. So what it will do, it will fetch the detail but only for the journal receiver. Then we are supposed to provide the detail. In detail portion you can take F4, and here we are supposed to provide either basic, full, or service. The last two is for the outfile purpose, that maybe we can discuss in the upcoming sessions, not now, because for now we are just going to discuss about these three: basic, full, and service. So first of all we will go with the basic one, and other value would be the default, like device, output. These would be the same default value, right? So hitting enter, once you hit enter, it will provide you this information, which is object list with type star JRNRCV, which was our requirement. So from this list itself you can copy out, either you can take a copy, or you can create a printer file, out file for these data. So just assume there is one team member who is working with you in your project, and he asks you for a list of all the receivers which is present in library Sharmit1. So in that case you can simply create it and then generate the spool file, and that spool file you can send to your teammate so he can take the reference from it. Okay, and here it is also showing the size. If you focus here, like if you remember, then in previous session for journal the size was different, here the size is different. For other information you can take option 5 on OPT. So for full attributes you can take option 5, it will provide you all the information related to this journal receiver. Okay, and you can take option 8 as well for service related information. So this is also useful in some cases when we need service information. Otherwise for basic detail, like you can check this out: creation information and change, auditing, storage information, journaling information, save and restore information. All the values you can fetch from here itself. So this was all about the basic. Now let's say I want to change the detail type, so I can simply take F4 here, select the full. In case of full, if I take full and hit enter, you can see it is showing me full description of each journal receiver. So if you want to go with a list of journal receiver, then you can take option star basic. Otherwise you can take option this you can take this option, which is for star full. So here you can see it is providing all the information for object ibmchampion, attribute, owner, everything is there. You can simply do page down to fetch all the detail. And once you are done with this detail, you can hit enter for next journal receiver. Similarly for next journal receiver. And likewise you can hit enter as many as time you want to check the list, because one by one it will go to all and to each and every journal receiver type. Okay, so this was all about the star full. Then we have star service. So what service will do? It will provide you all the service related details, but again one by one. For now you can see object AMP JRN 007 is there for library Sharmit 1. Okay, and if you do page down, like you can see freed, size, creation date, time, source, system level, everything is mentioned here. Even the system level is also there, like for which system level it is working, R7 V7 R5. Okay, so yeah, this is all about the service, and if you hit enter it will change. Right now it is showing that 1 of 1 means we have only one page for this information, but if you hit enter it is changed RCV 12, likewise 13, 14. One by one it will provide all the information for each and every receiver present here. Okay, so this is regarding the service. Now apart from this we have another two types of detail, but that is not applicable now because we are not going to discuss about the other thing, which is out file, because there is some issue. I'll firstly figure it out, and once it is fixed then we will discuss the out file along with these two detail patterns. So, because right now if I hit enter it will show this message: output value not valid for the specified detail value. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not covering this topic. And if you take F4 again, another type is also not applicable without out file. And the reason, maybe I'll show you what issue I'm facing, so maybe you can also suggest if anyone know about this thing. So let me show you. If I go and put out file for the file ABCD in library Sharmit 1, I'm trying to create it, but it is showing format of the output file ABCD in library Sharmit 1 not valid. If you do page down, error occur during the output file processing. So I'm not sure why it is happening, because we have selected the format as full name and service, means text ATR and name, and it was expected to use without file, but not sure why we are getting this error. Specified different recovery, it is showing specified different database file out file parameter, and then try again. So maybe some other issues there, but no problem, I'll figure it out, and once the issues resolved I'll let you know how we can use this option. Okay, but for now we know the basic use of this command, how we can use it for fetching the information. Okay, now last thing is related to out file, not out file, printer file. So for that you can take, let's say I want to go with basic detail, so I can put basic here, star print, and hit enter. Once you hit enter, one more thing, it is not applicable only for this receiver. You can take F4 and you can see all the informations are there. So any of the value you can pick from here and it will fetch the information. Okay, so hitting enter, on hitting enter it will generate the spool file because we have selected the star print. So work SPLF is it. Yeah, here you can press shift F6 and you can see it is providing the list. So this list we can share with anyone who is needing this list in order to perform some analysis or maybe for some other reason. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.